So somebody like deep faked or just used an automatic program to animate the Beyonce picture. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like so good. This is a hilarious screenshot.
Sure. I actually worked on that in Little Mermaid because I designed Ursula.
Oh wow, you worked on the song too?
I did, and I brought in a friend who was an actor that I knew from Cal Arts where I went to school to dress up. So he was a man dressed as a woman, which was kind of the whole gestalt of the character as a kind of a drag queen. And then we actually filmed his performance doing.
Sorry, what?
And say that yes, they're bad.
No pushback.
They're bad. No.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit, but
This is hotly debated because when we did The Little Mermaid, we even went a little further with Ursula's song and said like, hey, you can skip that one. But that ignited a lot of debate because there were some people that are like, yeah, you know, the bad guy songs. Some people are like, no, the bad guy songs are my favorite songs.
Sure. I actually worked on that in Little Mermaid because I designed Ursula.
Oh wow, you worked on the song too?
I did, and I brought in
a
friend who was.
I thought they were saying that like Scarred's songs were like rehearsed with some guy in drag.
An actor.
And Eddie, two guys, Dan Vader, and Kimba the White Lion. Seriously, look it up. The Lion King.
I gotta go. My phone's ringing.
I didn't know, but then when we were writing, there was a whole bunch of people like,
I'll tell you
on.
something. No. So no, it came up in a big way, and we were like, it was not. It was.
It's annoying that like they put that in there. Seriously, look it up. Like.
Dan Vader and Kimba the White Lion. Seriously, look it up.
Like I don't know what people get out of that. Cuz like the whole point is just to be like I know about this thing that you didn't. I have the correct version of the truth. But like if you look it up, it's the opposite. So, like, when you say seriously look it up, what you mean is don't do any research and watch some YouTubers' videos on it that also didn't do any research. Like, that's what you mean when you say seriously look it up, because you didn't look it up. If you looked it up, you wouldn't have been saying that. Depends how surface level looking it up, I guess, could be interpreted. Like, look it up as in search on YouTube and click the first link and that's it.
The Lion King.
Okay, we gotta
I gotta go. My phone's ringing.
I didn't know, but then when we were writing, there was a whole bunch of people like,
I'll tell you something. No. So no, it came up in a big way, and we were like, it was not. It was the collective unconscious. I think it was somehow.
It happens.
We were, but there were more than a few similarities, which of course was shocking and frightening. But but it was as far as I know.
Because it's like. He hasn't seen it either. he's being charitable and taking other people's word for it. It's like, yeah, because it's over 3,000 minutes of shit versus a 90-minute film. Like, yeah, there's a few similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting.
Well, my Lion King Kimba video is like, I assume it's the first result anyway, but 3.4 million. And then one of the videos I dunked on is at 3.8 million. So I'll beat that eventually, I think. And then the Kimba 1966 versus Simba 1994 versus Simba 2019, where they lied and just used footage from the 97 movie the entire time. That has 4.8 million views. So I'm looking to beat that at some point. I would like for my video to be the most viewed Kimba video, just so I can feel like the record has been corrected in that sense. I mean, it's got longevity to it because, like, now if there's ever an argument, people send this as the link, right? So legitimate Kimba. It's like it's the most thorough explanation of everything.
Those kings.
Okay, so I'll rephrase that later. Queen bee, that is. Boxy. We're coming back. We're doing it again. Simba! 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 I forgot about it, and then, because, like, I go through the footage as I'm recording it, I forgot about it. And then I got to it, and I started laughing again, and I was like, oh, this is really funny. So now... Yeah, I don't know. That is so weird. Salamancer, I might have to use that point that you made. Because, like, I probably want to mention just how uglier everything is anyway in this part. But, like, I didn't realize that you could, like, actually see the grazing animation until I looked at your screenshot. Because, like, it... Like, yeah, what the fuck are they doing up there? Like, there's, like, a tiny bit of dead shit there. I don't know. There's only, like... It's funny, because, like, you see this shot, and there's only, like, a couple of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can, like, literally count them. 19, 20. It's like, what's the point?
My dad was pretty upset.
Okay. And then in The Lion King... And it's so, like, this is the shot right after Be Prepared, right? Sun, fade to the, from the moon to the sun, passage of time, and then this. With, like, no audio cue or anything. It's literally, like, here's the audio crank. Just nothing versus something that's, like, actually kind of, like, foreshadowing with this movie. So the opening shot here. Oh. No, which one was I thinking of? No, I wasn't thinking of the opening shot. I was thinking of this. This is what I was thinking of. So when Scar leaves, then we see this happening, which is like, this is nicely foreboding.
Shut up.
But they removed this scene entirely.
Sick ones? No.
I don't know why. So in the remake, Scar leaves, and we just hang out with Simba. And this is all we see of the hyenas. So we never... There's literally never a moment where we see the antelope up there, or wildebeest. There's never a moment where we actually see enough of them to justify this whole sequence. Really. There were like 20 up there. How many are there here? More than 20? How would the hyenas get so many of them? Like, if you're gonna cause a stampede and you want to, like, start running at them from the back, they already have to be, like, pretty compact for that to work, right? Like, it works, it makes sense here, but, like, in this universe, how did they do that? Like, hyenas coming at you from here, right? They would just like go off to the side. they like there's a lot of hurt. They had to like round them up from like miles away and then come back. I'm just trying to I mean, it's so weird because, like, we can say he didn't think about it, but he clearly did because he made conscious choices in the other direction of what the original did. That's what's so confusing about John, is, like, we can say he didn't think about it, but he did. He thought about it and made the worst decision. Like, he made a choice. It's not like, oops. Like, he actively removed elements of the original. He'd made conscious changes that have no logic behind. Like, he didn't think about whether they would work well or not, I guess. But, like, I just... So this shot we never got that shows all of them. The opening... Yeah, I guess we never... Yeah, okay. So, like, this shot never actually shows the beginning of the... So, like, off-screen would be the Wildebeest. So I guess it just didn't spoil what that was. Whereas... And also, it's so much bigger in this. But in the fucking remake, they're just like... We don't want to model all that. It's so much smaller.
There he is.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so... Shit, fuck, I guess I do gotta talk about it. Damn, there's just so much wrong. Okay. Making the stampede scene in my review even longer. Shit. That's a good 30 seconds at least. By the way, it's definitive. Mufasa doesn't die until after the 2-hour mark in my review. It's pretty much a certainty at this point. It was the rant spot. So, to the 2-hour mark, we're only 5.5 minutes away. And there's still... 10 minutes worth of recordings that I need to trim down and add clips to before Mufasa dies. This is before... like, it's gonna be like an hour and 10 minutes at least. Or sorry, 2 hours and 10 minutes at least before Mufasa dies in the review. Isn't that fucked? Oh, this is weird. Simba's face is so strange. Her tongue's so big. It's so shitty. Like it's like a visceral reaction when I just see parts of the movie that I've already seen before, but I like forgot about because I'm just, I guess, repressing parts of this movie constantly. This because he was... Yeah, what the hell? The sound here is so stupid. Like, what is that? Like, it's another thing that, like, even though I knew it sounded like shit, I just completely forgot about it. Because in my head, I was thinking, yeah, like, I just repress these things, I guess. Like, So we compare to Simbuh. Like, at least it sounds like some sort of cat. What is that? Is that like a dinosaur? Like, what is that? So this fucking face is hilarious. What he believes.
I like to keep the skies very simple because you have to get very lucky to have a beautiful sky when you're really photographing. CG artists are tempted to make the skies beautiful because why not? But I find when I watch a movie with a lot of beautiful skies one after the other, I'm like, that's too lucky for real photography.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this. It's so I can't believe how stupid he is.
Photography.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this, John.
Fleshy fruit. Now, part of we couldn't have Rafiki walking around with a stick the whole time.
Everything John says is so I can't. It's
Fleshy
I'm experiencing
fruit. Now,
this for the first time again. I just repress
Rafiki
everything.
Walking around with a stick the whole.
Would you want Disney to collapse?
I think it would be better if Disney went bankrupt because they're like swallowing up too many other companies right now. The animation in this
They're
film,
too big to
however,
fail, though.
already feels a bit
Live action movie.
Live action. It's way more advanced than traditional animation.
throughout the marketing. It's way more advanced. Therefore, it's live action. Should I change it to 12 years before and not 12 years ago? Because I'm supposed to. I mean, like it's 12 years before The Lion King 2019. Like I didn't even start editing this in 2019. But case. As much as Jon Favreau talks about making this look like a documentary, the end, especially this shot, like since when do documentaries have like mounted cameras on the fucking like there's never been a nature documentary with this shot. Even like some crazy ones. Even like Planet Earth shit has never had one like this. The end. I think that's also part of why this review's so long is because like this is like if I were reviewing not just 2 whole movies, but like an entire album. Right? Because like I have so much to say about the music in both of the, I guess like 2 entire albums, because I'm talking about what makes the original music work and what makes the remakes music not work. So it's like I'm reviewing like 4 things at once here. And then on top of that, going into like all the topics beyond the surface level, you know, so talking about the technology versus, you know, the technology and realism versus like character animation and, you know, relatability, anthropomorphism, you know, and then topics like celebrity worship I'll be covering, you know, so there's just a lot to fucking talk about. Where's the man? It's like what's crazy about it is I was like, man, should I redo that line? Because I don't even hear the fucking drums. And then I press my headphones in really tight, and then I'm like, oh, they're actually there. They are just really, really like incredibly low in the mix. It's like it's so ridiculous. It's like why even have them there? You can't even hear them. Where's like they're technically there? Atmosphere? You'd think for a film where music. I don't want to put anything in my review that can be like up for debate. And I'm not sure I actually hear it in the full mix. So I might actually just cut this part because it's already pretty loud. There's the other microphone peaking stuff too. See, I don't know if I'm like imagining it or not, right? Because like when you hear it first, then your mind can like. And even though they tried to cover it up in the full mix, you can still hear it. All right, well, if you're all convinced that it's there too, then I guess it's fine. Because, like, I mean, I heard it, and that's why it's in there. But, yeah, I can actually still hear it a bit. Oh, it's so subtle. It's so incredibly subtle, but whatever. Yeah, it's like like what I didn't have to do in my Old Boy review was start a separate conversation about why each casting choice was bad. You know? It was just like, oh, American actors for everybody, like. But like this movie, it's like every I have to, like, there's like a separate conversation for why each of the casting decisions is terrible. Just seeing them next to each other, it's so easy, you know, like, just to see what's wrong with it. But when you're watching, like, a whole movie, it's like sometimes you lose track. Why? There's just so many things about the soundtrack that I don't understand. So hear that high strings? And then it goes into... Right? And then they just removed the high strings for no reason. And then just faded that, like... They kept the da-da-da-da-da-da, but removed the ba-da-da-da-da-da, like, I like that part. Like, why would you get rid of... I don't understand. And then it's just so stupid. It just cuts right into the fucking main part of the song. It's so bad. It's so awful sounding. This canyon's so small. Like, it takes... So he was like right here. 47. I guess it's not that long. It's like 20 seconds later, he's still like right there, basically. He's like not going very fast.
They
at
just
all.
can't wait.
Just everything in the scene is like super slow. He looks like happy. Like, there's nothing like about this that implies any level of danger. Yeah, who got past John by letting an animal smile in this film? John must not have noticed that, or else he would have taken it out. And the hippos too. Yeah, what the fuck, John? Be consistent. It's so lame. I just realized that they were trying to do the on the wing line. They showed some of these birds flying. I realized that that was the attempt here. Like, oh, wing, birds. It takes forever to just understand what the fuck they were trying to do in every shot. Like I could go over this movie like a billion times and still be discovering like what their intent was in certain scenes, you know? It never ends. All right. The mixing just sounds so bad. I hate this movie. I hate this movie so much.
Wow! $100? That's a lot of money!
Despite how shallow this movie is, it's very complex in the myriad of ways that it sucks.
Thank you.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, that's why, like... like, I think that's why I think it's like the worst movie ever made. It's because there's like complexities to it. It's like in the same way that like you could never stop discovering ways to appreciate the Holy Mountain or Synecdoche, New York. You can never stop finding ways to hate The Lion King 2019. Like there are things, even when my entire 18-hour review is finished, like there's gonna be more that I realize. Like someone's gonna point something out in the comments section that's just like, oh shit, that too, you know.
I really want to watch Synedoche because I watched I'm Thinking of Ending Things, but where can I watch it?
On your fucking television, stupid. Yeah, I just don't understand why Hans Zimmer doesn't like the triangle anymore. Or he just couldn't find a triangle player. Or he just forgot. Or he just didn't give a shit. Or this entire movie was just lazy and nobody cared about anything. They chopped up everything so much, and so I'm not just looking for the same notes, I'm trying to find the same context for things. And so it's like, how could I tell if there's a triangle being used in the song? Because I could hear it. I can hear it. It's an instrument. Like, how can I tell that there's like a voice talking? So yeah, like this would be a great scene to use for the original. Like the triangle's really clear there. It also exists earlier. Not in the first verse, but so like right here is where it starts, I guess. So maybe I should use this instead. Fucking Simba looks like a Winnie the Pooh character here, or some shit. Like, what the hell's going on here? Yeah, he's Tigger. Shit, we shouldn't say that word. Fuck. Not after Fanboy's ban. Yeah, what the hell's up with his paw here? Yeah, so I guess I'll use this clip instead. Because there is no, like, moment in the original that I can compare. Even though I like this one better, there's no moment in the remake that even is the same song at that point. It doesn't flow the same way. That's like right after Simbuh, and in the remake it doesn't do that. It goes Simba, and then stays here for a while, and then goes to a different song, or like a different part of the song. Just like immediately cuts to like this. Immediately cut, like it's so weird. The decision. I don't understand the decisions. It's so stupid. I hate it so much. God damn it. Okay, so the. So here's the part that I would be comparing it to then. Yeah, it doesn't, like, I don't understand any of the fucking choices. Well, I do, but they're just terrible, you know? If triangles don't sound African enough, then neither do any of the fucking string instruments. There's no logic to it. An anime or something? Can some similar to like an anime or something? Doesn't this look so? Where the hell? Similar to like an anime or something? Where was the? Oh, those are like two different branches. It's just like the. Oh man, it's so poorly. I'm just like every single moment. I'm realizing like parts of the intent. right? So here's Simba climbs up this, right? He climbs up this, jumps to this other tree, right? Jumps to that branch because this branch is like more stable or something. But he was right because this wildebeest, right after Simba jumps, this wildebeest destroys that branch. And you're supposed to be like, whoa, Simba was right there. But it's like, yeah, no, yeah, exactly, Mom. That's exactly the problem, is that it's so difficult to tell what's going on. Yeah, like, if a director's supposed to get you to like understand what they're trying to do, this is a terrible movie. Huge on this. If a director's supposed to get you to like understand what they're trying to do, this is a terrible movie. Huge on this tree. Wow, doesn't this look so similar to like an anime or something? Can someone please explain? Like, you can't even like that. It's so, you can't even tell that that's what was supposed to have happened in the film. Really? Can someone please explain? Like, now going frame by frame, it's like, oh, that's what he tried to communicate. This is what I mean when I say, like, it never ends. Why did they give Simba a butthole for one shot? That's so weird. I mean, the easiest way to communicate what John was trying to do there, like, the easiest way would just be to not have so many cuts. But John wants to show off all these, like, oh, it's like we're really there with the, like, I'm running around with the, like, look at this, it's a tracking shot, and there's a fucking pan, and, like, it's, like, so annoying. Like, you could have just had it in one shot, showed both trees in the same shot. Because, like, in this shot, you can't tell there's a second tree in front of this tree, right? Wow, doesn't this look... Like, the perspective is just so stupid. Similar to, like, an anime or something? So it's, like, you don't know where he was... Like, it just feels like he jumped to the part of the thing... Like a second branch or whatever, right? It's probably the same tree. But like, you can't tell that other branch is even there until he's already on it. And then when he's on it, it's like you're so confused. Like, how could you possibly know, like, to look there for that branch? It's like, oh no, the wildebeest ran into something, but it's like, it doesn't mean anything because of how it's shot. Like, this is the first shot that both of these branches are shown in the same shot, and he's like already there or something. So it's like you don't even know that he just came from that one because it's so poorly communicated visually. And if you just had it all in one shot and just filmed it from the side or something, like just that sequence of just jumping to the tree, then it would have been really easy to communicate. But he does it in like 5 shots for like no reason. Now taking 1, 2, on this tree. Wow, doesn't 3, this look so similar 4, to like an anime 5, or something? 6. Can someone please I guess it's closer to 5 because like it starts with this one. I guess yeah. 1 refuge on this tree. Wow, doesn't this look so 4, similar maybe. To like an anime or something? If you're not going to include the run up to the tree. But anyway, yeah, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. There's no reason why it had to be that terribly communicated. There's just so many easy workarounds for communicating ideas, you know.
Simba!
Hey again, guys. Thanks for watching as always. Special thanks to my patrons. Wholesome 100 Big Chungus Lemonade Warrior, Lord Durham, themessers.com, Bof Jimin, Pit Inhabitant, Gabriel Herrera, Kirbymon, Splat, Hoofy Doe, Olivia Spores, Ocean Machinery, and Malav Shah. Be safe out there.